So I've done a cover of Destabilized by Shikari, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to try and set up a Rolfe inspired drum kit and yeah, try and achieve some Shikari-esque sounds on my kit. So here's the setup. I'm using my Tama Superstar Hyperdrive kit, and I'm using my Pearl Sensitone Phosphor Bronze 14 by 6.5 snare, as well as this little cheap sonar snare. It's really cool. It's a 12 by 5.75, real specific size. Yeah, it was this special edition kind of sonar drum, and it sounds great. It was 60 quid, and it's a little beast of a snare. Alright, on the kit I've got a 10-inch rack tom by 6.5 and a 16-inch floor tom, 16 by 14, as well as a 22 by 20 kick. So normally I play a 12-inch rack tom, but I decided to get proper Shikari, I'd go with the 10. So Rolfe normally plays a 10-inch rack tom. It's kind of his signature sound, you know. Most rock and metal drummers use kind of bigger rack toms normally, but there's just a certain smack off it and tonality that I just think is real signature to Shikari, so had to include that. Yeah, this song is 10 years old now, so it's absolutely crazy, you know. One of the big reasons I got into drums in the first place in a big way was seeing the Sorry Not a Winner music video. So you see Rolfe in a Cheerios t-shirt going absolutely mad, and I'm just like, yeah, he's having the most fun in the band. That is the job for me, you know. So that was one of the big reasons I kind of hopped on the kit. It's mad, isn't it, seeing some lad in a Cheerios t-shirt? But anyway, so over the years I've noticed Rob's kit just gotten bigger and bigger cymbal wise. So, you know, back in the Take the Skies days, he was using really standard setup, you know, a 4-piece kit, you know, hats, crash, splash or mini crash kind of thing, ride, China, that was it. But now, you know, his kit has just so many cymbals. And to be honest with you, when I first seen that, you know, kind of, I think it really started with Common Dreads, he started adding loads of cymbals. I was kind of like, it's cool, but I don't know why you'd need all those cymbals. But, you know, trying to relearn to stabilize and get it precise, I realized, oh, there's a reason for this. There's just so much detail into production that you need so many cymbals to cover all the ground that's in the tracks. So what I've done is I've had to kind of hack my way to it. So I want to show you the cymbal setup. So starting off with the kind of basics, I got my 14-inch Evolution hats, and I've got a 19-inch AX Extreme China and a 10-inch AX Splash. So now getting more kind of Rolfe specific, I have a 20-inch A18 Crash. So Rob normally plays, you know, a big crash cymbal on his left side, which is interesting because a lot of drummers will have their smaller crash on their left side and they'll have a bigger crash to wash on the right side. But Rob normally plays, you know, say like maybe a 19 kind of Sabian crash, kind of AX, HHX, stuff like that. And it's interesting because he'll actually use a smaller crash to ride on, and then for his ones and his big, you know, accents, he'll go to his big crash. So that's what I've done here today. So now, Rob normally plays, I think, like a 14-inch crash on his right side, or maybe even a 16. So what I've done is I have an Evolution, HHX Evolution 18-inch crash, and what I've done is I've taped it. So here, and also on the bottom, if you can see that. So I've taped it on the bottom. And what I'm trying to do here is just shorten the decay. And this is where things got interesting for me as well. So normally in rock, we want a big crash sound. And what I actually learned from trying to, you know, copy the tones in this track is the chorus has this really short crash sound, but it makes the guitars sound massive. So that's really interesting to me, you know, because I generally would go for a big crash sound in choruses, and it just shows sometimes a smaller sound can kind of contribute to a bigger sound. So now getting to the really fun stuff. I've got a stack here. So this is for the second half of the breakdown, and I also used it for the kind of intro snare sound. So what it is it's DXP hi-hats. So, you know, beginner crappy hi-hats that have kind of warped and bent, as well as a broken stag splash on top. So I actually have a video on that stack, and I'll put it in the description box so you can check out how I made it. So now things get really interesting. In the breakdown, there's this really short crash sound, and it's really cool. It's like an electronic kind of crash sound, and I wanted to try and recreate that. So what I've done here is, this is just a crappy old cymbal. It sounds god awful, to be honest, but it was absolutely perfect for this. So underneath I've put a piece of paper, and I've just taped it, you know. Put loads of tape, and it results in this really dry, crappy sounding crash, but is absolutely perfect for this tune. So thanks everyone for checking this out. This was a lot of fun, especially because, you know, I got to revisit, you know, an absolute tune from my teenage years. And yeah, Rolfe, if you're watching this, man, thanks so much for the inspiration throughout the years. And yeah, that's it.